Good morning, my beautiful collective. I hope you're having a wonderful day. What's up, collective? You can ring my bell, ring my bell. Ring-a-ling-a-ling. Oh, collective. Oh, collective. Okay. Collective, what's going on? What's going on with my collective? A lot of you, this is a wait and see time, okay? There's a lot of things you want to do. I think a lot of you are waiting for things to come to a fruition. You're waiting for things to come to an end in order for new beginnings to happen. Y'all is tapping in, working on the individual signs, and there's a lot of positive energy around, but there's some negativity coming in. You know, I think for a lot of you, things just have to take place. There's healing that needs to happen. There's just time that needs to play out. Things have to happen in a certain order, and you can't really rush it. It's like if you want a new vehicle right now, everyone knows they're waiting on fucking computer chips. So you could want a brand new vehicle, like brand new showroom, and be told, nope, you know, we can't give it to you right now. And you could have the money ready to pay cash for it. But it's like, well, you know, we can't really help you. It's like it's a time frame. It's just it's time. There's you know, you can't throw money at it. You can't speed up the process. It's just, it is what the fuck it is. You have to wait. What's going to be important is what you do during that waiting time frame. And what you are waiting on and what you are waiting for is going to be different for everybody. Some of you it's health things. Some of you it's money things. It's job related. It's like no matter... No, it don't matter how much money you got. It don't matter who the fuck you know. It's just, it's time. You know what I mean? You have to have time to heal. You have to have time for the parts to come in. You know, if you wanted to build a new house, that shit ain't going to happen overnight, right? You want to build a new house, you draw up some blueprints first, and then, you know, the site's got to be dug out. You got to put the foundation in, and there's a lot of time and money put into the foundation before the house can even go up. So a lot of this isn't like instant gratification, especially when it comes to something that is specifically built or created for you. You know, if you want to trip out a brand new vehicle and you want to choose all the options, the color, the interior color, everything it's got, you know, you can do that and place the order in, but I'm pretty sure since no one has the fucking chips, you're going to be waiting just like everybody else. Even if you got the fucking money to lay down, you know what I mean? The same way if you wanted to buy a new house or build you a new house. Yes, if you wanted to buy something pre-existing, you could go pay cash and move right in. But if you wanted it built particularly to your needs, it's like, you know what? There's a time frame there. You got to do blueprints, and then you got to buy the land, and then you got to bucket all the time and money put in the foundation to make it strong. So it's what you're doing in this waiting period that's going to be important, collective. And a lot of you focusing... I can't stress it enough. If what you are doing currently is working for you, you're feeling happy, you're feeling growth, you're feeling comfortable, you're feeling confident, then you need to keep doing that. In the energy that you are in. Anyone you've left behind, leave them the fuck behind. If you haven't brought anybody in new because you're a little, you know, conservative right now, with who gets your time and energy. Just keep doing and working on what you presently got going on. Because a lot of you know what you want to get done, you just got to wait. You know, it's like the human body. You break a bone or something like that, it takes X amount of time for that to heal. You can't expedite the process. So you got to do the healing work, right? You got to allow the right amount of time and energy for it to naturally do. This is what you have absolutely no control over. I don't care who the fuck you are, how much money you got, or who the fuck you know, right? You just got to let shit play out. Just like the healing process. But that has to happen first before you can get what you want. So it's not like you're not going to get what you want. It's just not right now. And for a lot of you, that's a good thing, because during this waiting period, you're going to be able to change up. You're going to be able to decide if you want to add something or take something away. This is when you really get the chance to think. Yeah, that Ace of Wands here. This is when you're able to still have control over what it is you're getting. So, you know, if you can't get that new car, maybe you're going to think about it. Maybe there's another vehicle that happens to catch your eye. You know what I mean? Or maybe you're going to rethink you're not really sold on the color that you want or the color of the interior that you want. Sometimes this downtime is there for a good reason. You can change your mind. Three of Swords. Healing needs to take place. Natural healing, a natural recovery time. Sometimes just time to think. Is this really what you want to do? Especially if it's like a big purchase or a big decision. Sometimes it's good to take the time to really be able to think, ruminate on it enough so when you make the decision, you know it's going to be the decision that you want to make. The Fool in reverse. So that way you're going to move forward and not feel like it's a bad decision. You're going to be able to do it and be comfortable in that decision. Because some of you, if you were to respond now, you'd probably make a mistake. You would probably do something or put yourself in a situation that wouldn't be to your benefit. 130 could mean something. 13 could mean something. 1 plus 3 goes to 4. So 4 could mean something. That can be your life path. You could be seeing 4s. While you're waiting, there's going to be things show up. There's going to be things that need worked on. It's kind of like you got the big picture. You got a big situation. And it's not always a bad situation. You're kind of in limbo. You're ready to move forward, but it's not quite time yet, you know. You're being held back or things have to happen in a certain order. So while you're waiting, you got this big idea, this big plan, this big project. You're going to have a few other things kind of come in. So you need to focus on what you need to focus on. And for some of you, the information that's coming in or what's happening currently around you could actually adversely affect the big thing in a positive way. So sometimes stagnation is there for a reason. Sometimes that stagnation actually helps you. Because if you were to move forward in the energy that you were in now, you would probably miss out on something. Everything happens for a reason, okay? King of Wands, you're going to know when it's time to take action. You're going to know when it's time to do what you need to do. Because we got the Six of Pentacles here in reverse. I really feel, especially if you're making a major decision based on just your emotions, let's say you got this burr up your ass, you're ready to move, or you're ready to start breaking ground on a new project, on a new house, right? You're just raring to go. You're raring to go. You know, it's in your head. You're oh, I want this. I want this. I want this. I want this. So, you know, maybe you hastily get the money together. You hastily get what you need together. And you're like a little kid ready to go buy that fucking toy that you really, 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 really want. But Spirit's like, no, you can't get it now because we ain't got it. But it's actually going to be to your benefit because there's probably something better. Or your situation is going to change in such a way that you're going to be thankful you didn't invest in it quite so much right now. Am I making sense? Queen of Swords. It's like there's not enough information left. There's not enough information left. There's not enough information known. It's not like, how do I want to put this? It's a positive energy. It's a positive energy, but there's still things. It's like that divine timing card. There's still things that play that could actually be better than what it is you currently want. You know what I mean? Like if you're so dead set on having a brand new fucking vehicle, well, maybe they plan on changing the body style, and the one that's going to come out next year is actually much better than the one that you want now. Don't look at this restriction or this holdup as being a negative, because yeah, the stagnation is there for a reason. Some of y'all, it's just a healing process, right? If you're sick and you can't do what you want to do, well, then you have to sit your ass down. You know, if you got a broken bone, it's got to heal on its own. You can't speed that up. You can't really do anything to, really facilitate the healing process. It's just time. Time will tell. Sometimes it's just time. Waiting on paperwork takes time. Waiting on plans to be drawn up takes time, right? It's there for a reason. It's there for a good purpose. Knight of Pentacles here in the upright with the Eight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, there's a reason why there's been a holdup. There's a reason why there's been a lag in communication. There's a reason why things haven't worked out. If you go online to try to order something that you really, really want, but every time you do, maybe the website is down. You get kicked off the website. Or perhaps, your debit card gets declined. Whatever the hell's going on, there's a reason for it. And that's what you need to keep in mind right now. There's positive energy. Those of you that know you're moving forward and you got good energy going, it's not a negative, but for some of you, this stagnation is actually going to bring in an even better opportunity. But it's time. Love takes time to heal when you're hurting so much. Yeah, sometimes it's just a matter of time. You just got to wait it out. The world here in reverse with the Five of Wands. Sometimes the stagnation is positive for you. Because whatever happens to keep you in an energy that can help you avoid conflict down the road. Perhaps if you were to tie up your money into something that isn't necessarily necessary right now, you could find that you actually need that money a little later for something more important, right? Did you really need that $2,000 exercise bike, or could you hold off for a little bit? Maybe every time you go to order it, the machine's down, the website's down, or they don't have it in stock. Maybe it's because that money could be spent somewhere else. Realize that the stagnation is there for a reason. And some of y'all, it's just that, in my case, I just got to wait for shit to heal up. And then I can start the next process. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. You can have all the money in the world, but, it's like, nah, you can't, because, something's got to heal first. This has got to do its natural process, and you can't speed it up. It's just got to happen. For some of you, it is the healing process. It's not going into something just based solely on your emotions. This is those that like to spend money just because it makes them feel better. You absolutely think you need something and you're like, oh my gosh, I need this so bad. But it's like every time you go to get it, you can't. There's a reason. A lot of this is that emotional spending, not really looking at the full picture, right? It's kind of like you're being thwarted from getting that immediate sense of satisfaction for a reason. It's like, sit down, save your money. There's something better coming up, okay? And there's going to be some conflict. There's going to be some things show up. A lot of you, energy's coming back around. I hate to harp on it. A lot of you know what the fuck to do. That's why I say, if what you're doing in your life right now is working for you, you're seeing positive results, you feel happy, then don't be changing that shit up. Don't be bringing people back in. Now's not the time to go back down and try to mend fences or work on shit that really, do you really give a fuck about it now? A lot of you need to be thinking more long-term. More long-term. What are you working on? What are you working on? Some of y'all do some busy work, like me putting up the trees. Whatever you can do now to keep you busy and make you feel like, oh, okay, I'll work on this for a little bit, and that'll kind of change up. Some of you are just, you got more money than sense, or you got more time than sense right now, and you're just getting a little impatient. There's a reason for the stagnation. For a lot of you, you're going to be glad you didn't tie up your assets or your time or energy right now because, you know, conflict is going to arise. Something's going to arise that it's going to be imperative that, you know, you have that at your access. You know what I mean? For some of you, that's time. For some of you, that's going to be money. It's going to be resources. It's going to be what you have to offer. The stagnation was there for a reason. A lot of you, no emotional spending, okay? No getting too caught up in... a lot of it is like emotions. Don't let your emotions take over control of you, especially, you know, coming into the holiday. When I seen somebody posted a meme, you know, don't go broke just trying to buy people gifts to show that you love them, right? It's the thought that counts. You still got to pay your bills at the end of the day. You know, don't be spending too much this Christmas. Gotta be sensible, you know what I mean? Buy some shit on sale. It's a positive energy. It's a positive energy. Y'all got different things going on. Some of y'all are waiting for health reports to get back. Some of y'all are waiting for financial return. Some of y'all are waiting to hear back on work. Some of y'all are thinking about your future plans in work. Some of y'all could be dealing with attorneys or accountants trying to get things set up to figure out how you're going to move forward or what you need to do. And a lot of it is just time. It takes time to do this. It takes time to get an appointment. It takes time to get things set up. You got to go down the line. It's there for a reason. Use this downtime to be more positive. Yeah, 8 of Pentacles here with the Hanging Man in the upright and the Chariot. There is like movement forward, but sometimes don't get too... You still got to do the work. And sometimes the work can be long, boring, and tedious. This is the stuff that goes on in the background that isn't so great. This is the work that's entailed in order to do what you need to do to move forward. But it can get a little boring. It can get a little stagnant. It's not that instant gratification that you might be used to or others are used to. This is that energy of good and positive. But you got to, it's like you really need to really think. You know, be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. When you get to that opportunity, when you get to that point, to make sure that you thought it out enough and you're ready to grab it and ready to move forward. It's like, don't always just go for the instant gratification. Don't always just go for what is going to make you happy now. When, you know, if you waited a little longer, you could have got a better opportunity or a bigger portion of the pie had you just waited. So, you know, is it going to bother you to wait 6, 7 more months for what you want? Or do you really have to have it right fucking now? It's that type of energy. There's a time lapse. May and June of next year, May and June of 2022 is going to be very important months. There needs to be that period of I want to say stagnation, but it's not stagnation in the fact that you're not doing anything. It's just you're really focusing on what it is you want. So you're actually going to get it, but it's going to be like a little, you know, 30-40% more than what you would originally got. You know what I mean? This is, you know, you go to buy a new year model of vehicle, and then you find out that they're going to fucking change the body style, and that's actually a cooler looking body style. Y'all, I see one of them new Corvettes yesterday. Man, it looked like a fucking Ferrari. Absolutely beautiful vet, right? Waiting list for that, right? So maybe, you know, some of y'all are wanting to get a newer vehicle, but maybe they're going to change it up. It's like the instant gratification now, though it would make you emotionally feel good, though it would make you feel, oh, like you've accomplished something, it's like, no. Sit your ass down, because if you wait just a little longer, you're going to get a better opportunity, and you're going to be happier with it, because you're actually going to get more value out of it. You know what I mean? So while you're stuck, while you're feeling stuck waiting, keep doing the work. Keep doing the work. For a lot of you, just do like busy work. You know, like I said, I don't normally put my trees up this early, guys and gals, but it was something to do because I've been getting that urge to redecorate. Well, you know, I don't feel like taking everything off the walls and repainting the fucking house because that's a commitment and it makes a fucking mess. So, you know what? It's like I can busy myself with, you know, something frivolous like decorating a tree. I get the same energy, I get the same release, and you know what? It ain't costing me shit. So some of y'all look at your situations that way, and it's different. Some of y'all, it's health reasons, right? If you're waiting to get your health under control or you're dealing with health issues, right? You got to wait till the testing's done. You got to wait till the doctors figure out what they can do, if there's any treatment or how they're going to go about treatment, right? And even that's a fucking waiting process. You know, when my baby sister was due to start chemo because she did radiation first, and I took her to the doctor for her first chemo treatment. Uh, he walks in, you know, because they usually draw the blood first. And he's like, if I gave her the first dose, she'd be dead. You know, so here we were thinking she's going to go up there, get her first dose of chemo, and we'd come home. And she ended up, you know, he kept her in the fucking hospital because he knew that from blood work alone. So even though they come up with a plan of attack, how they're going to, you know, treat it, we're going to do radiation first and then start with the chemo. Sometimes when it gets to that point, they're like, it ain't gonna work. You know what I mean? Some of y'all, you're just waiting. Of course, that didn't really have a positive outcome, except, you know, she didn't have to go through the chemo. Sorry about that. I don't know why that came up. But, you know, sometimes the best laid plans don't work out the way you think. So, I was wanting to say that was the magician card at the bottom of the deck. So understand now, this has been an interesting energy to grab hold of. I'm going to tell you all that. There's positive. A lot of you don't get caught up in negative energies right now. There's a lot of negativity being thrown. There's a lot of confusion being sent. There's a lot of things that are going to make you feel uneasy. Stay on course. Stay on course and stay focused. Because the stagnation is there because you're going to get a better deal, a better opportunity. You're going to get more if you just sit your ass down and don't be so quick to get the instant gratification. Right? Just sit your ass down. If you need to pull out some little things to do to keep busy work or to make you think you're doing something. I know my men, I want to buy me another fucking table saw, y'all. I had to pawn it last year, and I hate not having a fucking table saw, okay? I love just having it. Whether I do any work or not, I like just knowing that I have a fucking table saw. Maybe get out there and cut up some wood or just go through your garage and you know, get your tools gathered up if you're dying to buy a new tool or something like that. My ladies, if it's crafting stuff, you know, I mentioned the sewing, getting my fabrics out, I'm redoing some curtains and shit. Whatever you can do now to kind of keep that, keep you sitting on your fucking hands. It's like if you hold off, you're going to get something better down the road. So to kind of combat that fidgetiness, that need for instant gratification, just keep yourself occupied. Do something that'll take your time and your mind off what you got going on. Even if it isn't about purchasing something, some of y'all, it's just the waiting is driving you fucking crazy. You know what I mean? You're like, So use your downtime in a very positive way. And yes, there's going to be some hiccups coming in. There's going to be some shit that is going to try to throw you off guard. There is a lot of, if you feel your energy being scattered, just sit down and focus. Figure out something that helps you kind of get centered, keep yourself grounded. When you can, get out, walk barefoot for a little bit in the grass. I know we had a major frost this morning. And y'all, I got a note. I seen the dead mole this morning. It like froze. It hadn't been attacked or something. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? I get out of my truck and I see it, right? Laying in the grass. First time I'd actually seen one because, they're pretty fucking clever little things. And there it was frozen. So I don't know if it just come out at the wrong time and froze. Because, I picked it up and put it in the trash. I looked at it. It wasn't attacked. It wasn't like ate or anything. So whatever the hell happened, a lot of you, your moles are getting froze out. Things are happening around you. And, the mole lives underground. So this, there's things that's going on around you, underneath you, above you that you don't understand that's actually to your benefit. So keep that in mind as you traverse forward. Okay, I noticed 2525 on the camera here, which goes to 77. Opportunities and luck. So don't be like a little kid and get impatient. Sometimes you just got to wait for things to happen, to heal on their own. Okay? It's like you're going to get more down the road. So stay positive. Stay positive and stay focused. If you find yourself getting a little scattered or getting a little, I don't even want to say scattered. If you feel yourself, it's not even lose momentum, lose interest. Find something you can do with your hands, with your mind. Maybe it's crossword puzzles for some of you. When you start getting that kind of anxiousness, like you're ready to do something, but it's not like time. And you'll know exactly what I mean because it's gonna be different for everybody. Find you something you can do with your hands and your hand-eye coordination to kind of help you get focused and stay centered. Some of you work with your hands. My men, get out there, piss around in your garage, play around with your tools, cut you up some wood, whatever the hell you need to do to just kind of work with your hands and clear your mind. Because the stagnation needs to happen for a reason. There's a better payout. But there's a few things that need to happen. That dead fucking mole this morning. It's like, okay. First time I've seen it. And I'm thinking, how the hell could you come out and get froze by frost? I mean, that didn't even make any sense. You know what I mean? It's like, they're smart fucking animals. Because I've been trying to catch that motherfucker all summer. So, that means something. Right? Because I'm like, what the fuck? So, peace, love, and light. Keep doing what you're doing. Find you something to kind of, it's like that. Keep yourself focused. Keep yourself it's like don't jump so soon on something, especially when it comes to a bigger purchase or a bigger thought. Because for some of you, it could be talking to attorneys, accountants. It's getting paperwork in order. If you're thinking about property, it's really looking and thinking about the tax liabilities. Coming towards the end of the year, starting in January, people are going to be dealing with their taxes. So you got to see how your tax liabilities are going to be. So when you go do your taxes, some of y'all going to be asking the questions about what you can do tax-wise that's going to be to your benefit. You know what I mean? So if you're not quite sure, especially towards the end of the year, maybe you need to ask. Those of you wanting to do a purchase, right? Maybe if you're not quite sure tax-wise if that could benefit you, maybe call a tax person and say, hey, should I buy this now? And they might say, hey, you know what? You might want to wait till next year and then you can write off like more of the depreciation. You know what I mean? Some of you, it's not going to hurt you to do a little research now, because holding off could help you better in the end. Now, to bring up the tax situation, for some of you, that could definitely be something to think about, especially when it comes to your business, when it comes to adding on or subtracting or doing something. Maybe this is when you need to talk to a professional, and they can tell you what you need to be doing on a time frame wise. Okay? That's for somebody, because that came out of the middle of nowhere. Okay, collective. You can ring my bell. Ring my bell. Ring-a-ling-a-ling. Y'all, I'm looking over, and Kitty is just giving me this fucking God. He's staring me the fuck down. What's up, Kitty? Come here. So someone's staring your ass down too. You know what we say to that? Peace, love, and light, collective. I'm loving this energy though. Some of y'all figure out what you need to do. It might actually be to your betterment to wait till next year, especially when it comes to business decisions or tax liabilities. If you're not quite sure, call somebody and find out. So peace, love, and light, collective.